speaking of Siddaramaiah at this point, and Siddaramaiah last time with, you know, in that case, if you really go, if you take your analogy, if you go back to Siddaramaiah in 2018, he contested from Badami and Chamundeshwari. He said very clearly that he wasn't sure of winning Chamundeshwari, and exactly like that, he lost Chamundeshwari, won Badami, and went on to become the Chief Minister of Karnataka. So it appears that nervousness within Siddaramaiah still persists.
No, the last time he didn't become the CM. It was the time before that he became the CM. Last time, yes, he lost in Chamundeshwari, and he was aware that Chamundeshwari was not a pro-Siddaramaiah constituency at that point of time. He also contested from Badami last time, and we went into our coalition government at that point of time. But this time, it is not about not being confident of winning from Badami. Badami is a constituency which is not able to travel quite often because of his responsibilities as CLB. Kolar is a much closer constituency for him.
So Badami, he ditched Badami because of distance. He's gone back to now contesting from Varuna. Hopes to contest from Kolar as well. I'm cutting across to Sandeep Shastri, a political analyst. Mr. Shastri, as we see here, like in many other states, the BJP High Command takes the call for the states entirely. In Karnataka too, it appears that the BJP High Command were making decisions through and through and somehow irked the local leaders here. B.S. Yediyurappa, who's seen as a mass local leader here, was at least visibly sidelined. But looking at the BJP's prospects as per multiple surveys in the state of Karnataka, it seems like now the BJP High Command has fallen back on their local leaders entirely to make decisions, to lead the campaigns in the state. What does this really speak of? Mr. Shastri, if you can hear me.
I can hear you very clearly.
Yeah, go on, sir. You heard my question, did you?
Sorry, I couldn't get your question.
Right. Mr. Shastri, my question was that the BJP High Command usually taking decisions for every state. In Karnataka, it appears that they've fallen back on the local leaders here. It seems like initially they wanted Yediyurappa out. They wanted to create a new rung of leadership in the BJP within the state where the control is entirely with the High Command. But now looking at the surveys and showing that the BJP may be at a back foot here, they're fallen back on B.S. Yediyurappa to be leading this campaign, a local leader. What does this speak of?
I think the BJP strategy in this election is very clear. Even though they are the ruling party in the state, their focus in the campaign and on the issues they are focusing is very clear on the central leadership of the party and the central government. The state leadership and the state government seems to be just something that is adding on in a minor way, with the major focus being on the central government. I think what's going to be very clear is in the Congress case, more than half the candidates, close to half the candidates have already been declared, and the remaining half would come in possibly by the time of the nominations. But in the case of the BJP, let's remember, we still need to get the list out. So we will have much greater anticipation on the BJP, because they would need to declare all their 224 candidates, whereas in the case of the Congress, there is already a declaration of around 110, and then another 110, 114 more have to be declared. So there will be much more focus on the BJP with regard to the declaration of candidates, because let's remember, in both parties, there is a lot of anticipation on this as to, are you going to give tickets to all your sitting MLAs? Especially the BJP faces the challenge of many of those who are going to seek the ticket this time have won the last election on the Congress ticket or the JDS ticket. 1/4 of the ministers in the government are those who were earlier Congress or JDS MLAs. So are you going to give them the ticket? Are you going to make the loyalists of the BJP your candidates? Where will these people go? So there is going to be a lot of anticipation in the next 2-3 weeks. And I think between the Congress and the BJP, the one who is able to handle their internal leadership, internal factionalism more effectively is the one likely to have the greater advantage as they go into the full steam of the election campaign. So I am going to look out for the second week of April when the actual debate on who are the candidates in various constituencies, how do the Congress, BJP and JDS decide on the final list, because even the JDS, while it has announced names, it has set aside several seats where it is hoping that maybe people from other parties will come to them. So those seats will be very critical. We are looking at 224 nominees for the BJP still to be announced, 110 plus nominees of the Congress still to be announced, and close to 40-50 nominees of the JDS still to be announced. And these will be critical in determining, defining and deciding the way in which the mood is likely to swing in this particular election.